Hello everyone, my name is Don the Movie Reviewer, and today we are going to be talking about X-Men Dark Phoenix. I am a fan of the XMen franchise that is currently distributed by Fox Studios, soon to merge with Disney/Marvel, which we'll talk about that in a minute. I know a lot of people, it's popular to say that everyone, pretty much, it's universally a saying that everyone just doesn't like the X-Men franchise. For some odd reason, I don't know why, everyone's saying that the X-Men franchise should just convert back to Marvel because Marvel makes such great movies all the time. If you want my personal opinion, Marvel, I don't think, is the juggernaut that it thinks it is. I mean, yeah, they have great movies like Infinity War, but they also have shit movies like Spider-Man Homecoming. And, you know, with Fox and the X-Men franchise, yes, they've had their hits and they've had their misses just like any other franchise. And I will say that Fox has had more hits than misses. I mean, you can also say that it's the universal saying is just as much people hate, hold on. You can also say that the universal saying is that just as much as people hate the X-Men franchise, there is just as many people who love the X-Men franchise, because they want to claim that the X-Men franchise is the legitimate comic book movie that made critics and audiences take comic book movies seriously. Now, I will say that there are two sides to this thing here. You have the pinnacles of comic book movies, in my opinion, The Dark Knight and The Avengers, where The Dark Knight is a very serious, gritty, dark crime drama featuring Batman, and The Avengers is a flashy, goofy, fun, exciting, thrilling, well-acted superhero comic book movie. And I will say, with comic book movies, you can only go to one or the other side. You can either go the Dark Knight route, or you can go, the Avengers route. And with the X-Men franchise, they've been able to be right in the middle of these two movies, whereas you have the first X-Men movie, which I didn't like. I love the 90s cartoon, that is my jam. Even though I love this franchise, I really don't like the first X-Men movie. I thought it was very corny and cheesy. Then you have X2. And X2, I love that movie. I think it's one of the best X-Men movies because it takes itself seriously. It has a very good political message in there, which is the running theme. Then you have X3, The Last Stand, which we won't even talk about because it is garbage. And then you have the reboot to the entire franchise with X-Men First Class. And I will say X-Men First Class is the third best X-Men movie because I do love Michael Fassbender in this franchise as Magneto. He is absolutely a fantastic actor. And you have James McAvoy, who's an absolutely perfect... James McAvoy is the perfect actor to play Charles Xavier, and Michael Fassbender is the perfect actor to play Magneto. It's great. Then you have what I think is the second best X-Men movie in Days of Future Past. Now, the only negative thing I can say about Days of Future Past is I wish it was rated R like Logan and more dark and more gritty, and because the Days of Future Past comic, which I have not read, but I did get a description of, sounds very horrific, and I wish they would have illustrated that on screen. It would have been so perfect. It would have been better than Logan. X-Men Apocalypse, and I did not like X-Men Apocalypse all that much. I was really anticipating it. Like, hey, people who are Christians believe in God and the second coming of Christ and all this, but what if this mutant is God? He's the creator of all of these mutants, and now they're going to take over and the apocalypse is going to come, and then you got the Four Horsemen and all this stuff.
Like the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. You got that one from the Bible.
Or the Bible got it from him.
It's a fun movie, but it really disappointed me because it wasn't what I was expecting. And overall, I mean, there's lots of continuity issues with the franchise by this point. And this movie's directed by Simon Kinberg, which makes me nervous because this is his first movie. He's never directed a movie in his life. He's been the producer on this franchise, I think, since the beginning.
You feel like you don't belong here. You don't.
I don't know what Jessica Chastain's doing here. They don't explain it, so hopefully they do keep it a secret till the movie comes out.
You didn't come here looking for answers. You came here looking for permission.
I don't know what she's looking for permission for. It's kind of confusing how Magneto gets involved in all this.
This is your fault, Charles.
The world is on the brink. I'm sorry I didn't stop it sooner. You're always sorry, Charles. And there's always a speech. And nobody cares.
Now, I love Michael Fassbender as Magneto, and I think that is one of the best scenes in this trailer. People have seen this relationship between these two go off and on a billion times. It's just like, get over it already. Jeez, we know how this is gonna go. And Magneto says it perfectly. He's like, yeah, there's always a speech and nobody cares. And that's what the audience feels. We don't care. Especially me who loves this franchise. I don't care about this anymore because we've seen it since the very beginning. And it's just been going on and on and on. And it's like we're tired of it. So hopefully if this is the last movie, somebody has to die. Other than that, I think this trailer is good. I do get X-Men Apocalypse vibes because it has that whole premise of, yeah, this is going to be really dark and dreary and depressing. It's going to be emotionally gripping because all of this drama that's happening, you know. And that's what I got from the X-Men Apocalypse trailer, and the movie did not deliver on the drama, suspense aspects. I feel like Days of Future Past definitely delivered on that, but X-Men Apocalypse disappointed, and it was just like a fun, goofy movie that I did not like. And this seems like it's delivering that same promise as X-Men Apocalypse is going to be all of that, but I really wish that what this trailer is illustrating is in the movie. Just be really emotionally gripping and dark and dreary and depressing. Like, be the Dark Knight. Be the Dark Knight. Either you're going to be the Dark Knight or the Avenger.
I'm bringing the party to you.
I don't see how that's a party.
Now might be a really good time for you to get angry.
That's my secret, Captain. I'm always angry.
You're either going to go in the direction of the Dark Knight and be very dark and gritty while also being fun, or you're going to go in the direction of the Avengers and be very colorful and lighthearted, but yet having some moments of intensity in there, and some sequences, you know, that are kind of emotionally gripping. I'm looking forward to this. Still one of my most anticipated movies. It's just a shame it's not coming out this year. It's coming out 2019. Is up. That's all I have to say. I'm excited. So as always, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you next time.
Previously on X-Men.